All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Lecture on Samadhi. Now, as always, I will do the prayer on behalf of us, and hopefully we can be bestowed by the Buddha's wisdom and energy to go ahead with our life. Now, let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor, Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Verse for opening future, then surpass profound wonderful Dharma in hundreds of millions of years is difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and behold it, and without you fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and without you practice the Tathagata's true way, and without you attain the Tathagata's true state. Without that, we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state through our action, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state owing to us. So that's the prayer, and we will begin with our new paragraph today. Long paragraph. We cannot put it in just one slide, so we just separate it into 2 slides, and I think we can go ahead with listen to it from the video. Okay.
The soul will never.
We can do the review first and then go ahead.
Never be able to attain the true wisdom. It was said that the Book of Thoth brought nothing but suffering to any individual who read it, even though they would find the secrets of the gods themselves and all that is hidden within the stars. What must be understood is that the book brought suffering to any individual who read it, any ego that tried to control it. In the Egyptian tradition, awakened consciousness was represented by Osiris.
Yes. Now, in the past paragraph, it says that the book of thoughts. If we didn't overcome the serpent, the golden serpent of ourselves, and then the book of thoughts just bring us suffering. Just bring us suffering. And then, the author told us, how about what is the awakened consciousness? And the awakened consciousness was represented by the Osiris in the Egyptian tradition. Now let's go ahead with something about awakened consciousness in the following 2 slides. Okay.
Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom. The eye of Horus had to be open. The esoteric meaning that we find here is similar to the more familiar story of the fall in the Garden of Eden. The Book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Today, the serpent is living as you. It is the egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. We have never before had access to so much knowledge. We've gone deep into the material world, even finding the so-called God particle. But we've never been more limited, more ignorant of who we are and how to live. And we do not understand the mechanism by which we create suffering.
Yeah, indeed. All right, yeah. So let's listen to it again about the awakened consciousness and about without awakened consciousness, what happened in the history. Yeah, I hope we can understand them. You know, the Adam and Eve, maybe Eve, I'm not sure. Just try to listen to it again. And also, yeah, we know it, the source book already, but we need to know the forbidden fruit. Yeah, forbidden fruit in the Bible, in the Ocean Bible. So something about the tradition, yeah, history, and also the culture in other religions, So try to understand, try to comprehend it again with the video.
More ignorant of culture, the from higher wind. Without this awakened consciousness was represented by Osiris. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom. The eye of Horus had to be open. The esoteric meaning that we find here is similar to the more familiar story of the fall in the Garden of Eden. The Book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Thoth, and has been cast out of the garden. The serpent is a metaphor for the primordial spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Today, the serpent is living as you. It is the egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. We have never before had access to so much knowledge. We've gone deep into the material world, even finding the so-called God particle. But we've never been more limited, more ignorant of who we are and how to live. And we do not understand the mechanism by which we create suffering. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained.
All right, yeah, so the whole paragraph is 2 slides, and we can go through it generally, okay? Yeah, without the awakened consciousness, any knowledge and understanding obtained by the limited self, such kind of this, would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom. The eye of Horus. So what's Horus? Yeah, we will check it with the internet. Yeah, later. Had to be open. The esoteric meaning that we found here is similar to the most familiar story of the fall in the Garden of Eden. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, all of us had have heard something about the Garden of Eden. The Book of Thoughts Perilous. So here, perilous, what does it mean? The book of knowledge, the book of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve, here Eve, Christmas Eve, yeah, the pronunciation is as Eve. Eve were tempted to eat. And Eve here is a name of a woman, of a girl. And now it can be, it has the similar meaning as Eva or Eva or Elva. Yeah, similar meaning. Okay, now let's go ahead. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, forbidden fruit. You know, China, there is a forbidden palace, forbidden palace, right? Here, the forbidden fruit, is in the Garden of Eden. Something about the couple, maybe the couple. Already opened the book of thoughts and has been cast out of the garden. Cast out of the garden. So what does cast out mean? Okay, let's go ahead. The serpent, in the Buddhism, we also and according to the Dharma talk of our commenter Benny, he also quoted serpent. So what does serpent mean? And serpent is a metaphor for the primordial. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We'll check it later. Spiral, probably spiral that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Microcosm to the macrocosm. Today, the serpent is living as you. Also as me, right? Is living as you. So, serpent is in that meaning. It is egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. Egoic mind expressed as the manifested world. So this is the mind, the evil mind, the evil mind, and it can be manifested in the world. In the manifested world, it means in the physical world. We can see it, we can touch it, we can feel it. We have never before had access to so much knowledge. Yes, we know, especially from the internet. We have the most efficient tool to access knowledge. We have never before had access to so much knowledge. But what a pity. The piteous thing is that we have gone deeply into the material world. So here, the material world also means the manifested world. The similar meaning. Even finding the so-called God particle. I think we can understand the so-called God particle, right? If you learn something about the science, you know them. The minimum material, the minimum composition of the material is the particle. So the so-called particle, I think we can understand it. But we have never had been more limited. So we know so much, but we have never been more limited. We are obstacled. We're obstacled by what we know, more ignorant of who we are and how to live. Be ignorant of. It means unknown. It's very naive. Such kind of this, okay. More ignorant of who we are and how to live. That's the fundamental question. And we do not understand the mechanism by which we create suffering. Yeah, that's true. So we're obstacled by what we've known. Yeah, known so much. Now I think it's time for us to check the words. Okay, that there are so many new words. Yeah, that's the first sentence. There is no word, and the second sentence we will check it. The eye of Horus had to be opened. So what does Horus mean? I check it from the Wikipedia. I just it is not so. Yeah, it's not. Wikipedia website cannot be quoted as the evidence to write papers, but you can access it for the knowledge. Okay, so let's go ahead with the basic knowledge from it. The eyes of Horus, it means yes, is a concept, concept and symbol in an Asian religion that represents well-being, healing, and protection. It derived from the we know that it's such as source. Yeah, source. We know source. Yeah, and Horus subsequently offered the eye to his deceased father Osiris. Yeah, Osiris. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we learn something about Osiris. Yeah, it's the awakened consciousness, right? Represented awakened consciousness, and yeah, okay. So we just know that the eye. What does the eye mean in? We cannot speak Chinese, right? Yeah, you can see that it represents the wisdom, and we can, to be certain, it's, let me check it out. Okay, if I'm interested in the detailed knowledge, I think we can show the link with you. And actually, we know it is it is from the Egyptian tradition, and it also means the wisdom. Yeah, it also means open your eyes. Something. Yeah, you open your eyes. Sometimes it means to awaken, to be awakened, and to have wisdom. So here it means the awakened consciousness. Now here this word is esoteric. What does esoteric mean?
Esoteric.
Esoteric, it means likely to be understood or enjoyed by only a few people with a special knowledge or interest. Esoteric. It means maybe in a high end. Esoteric meaning, in a high wisdom, in a high end, it is hard for the normal people to understand it. So esoteric. Let's check the pronunciation again. Esoteric. So here, the letter E pronounced like esoteric. And the stress is on the second syllable as teric. Esoteric, it means a few people, yes, just a little people can, a few people can understand it. Now let's go ahead with the esoteric meaning. The esoteric meaning that we found here is similar to the more familiar story of the four in the Garden of Eden. Hopefully you can understand the Garden of Eden, what happened in it. Maybe through the video we can know it in a vivid way. So maybe here is in the Garden of the Eden, and the man called Adam and the woman they called Eve. And because they had stolen the fruit, the apple fruit in the Eden garden. So yeah, they have been driven out from it, and yeah, they're not sent anymore. They're not in the, because they have break out the principle, the precepts, and cannot live in the garden anymore. So that's the general story of that. And it also means that we have chased after our greed and do something evil and had to be driven out from the pure land. So that's the story about it. And if you're interested in it, you can check it after class, okay? After the lecture. All right. Let's go ahead with the slide. So the book of thoughts parallels. I think parallels is very interesting, and the word uses in an authentic way. Is used in a authentic way. Parallels.
Parallel.
Parallel. So here, A, just be awakened as a parallel. Parallel is a verb. It means, yeah, have you seen it? We can see it in this way. Parallel. Yeah, to be good at something or to compare to something. Yeah, to be similar to something. I think we can hear, yeah, here it means, yeah, the book of thoughts, yeah, is similar to the book of knowledge of God and evil. Yes, similar. So here I think we can choose the first meaning, parallel something. Yeah, parallel something. So here, to be similar to something. Yeah, to be similar to something. Parallel. Okay. Similar, be similar to something. Okay. Yeah, tempt. How to use tempt? Tempt, I will check it out for you. Tempt, it is a verb. It means, yeah, to attract something. The second way, the second meaning is to persuade, to try to persuade something. I think we can check tempted direct. Okay, tempted, what does it mean? Yeah, we cannot check it directly, and I think it has been changed by the verb. Yeah, is a form of verb. Maybe past participle was attempted. So was attempted. Oh, sorry. Here, or attempted to it. It means, yeah, they are attracted to it. Yeah. So I think we can choose the first sentence at the first meaning. Yeah, be attempted to do something. It means, yeah, I was tempted by the dessert menu. Yeah, maybe. So attempted, not attempted, sorry, I made a mistake. Tempted. Attempted, it means attempt. It means, yeah, try to do something. Here, attempt, it means, yeah, be attracted to do something. Be attracted to do something. Here, attract somebody to do something. Be attracted to do something means be attempt to do something. So that's it. Yeah, the first slide, we just check the words. Oh, okay. The last one, cast out of something. Cast out. Yeah, we know cast out in the lotus sutra, right? What does cast out mean? Cast something out. Cast something out. It means, yeah, to get rid of something or something, especially by using force. Okay. So here, Yeah, so the Adam and Eve have to be cast out of the garden because they had stolen the fruit of apple. It is also a forbidden fruit. After eating it, they have great and also the seven fundamental sins. Seven fundamental sins. So that's it. Yeah, time for us to read it first and then try to paraphrase what the main idea of the first slide. Okay, I think Alice, would you like to try to paraphrase the first slide?
Okay.
Read it first, and maybe some words we need to check it again. Parallels equals. Sorry. Esoteric meaning esoteric. Parallels tempted, cast out. Okay, read it first and then paraphrase it.
Okay. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding obtained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom. Mm-hmm. The eye of Horus had to be open. The esoteric meaning that we find here is similar to the more familiar story of the four in the Garden of Eden. Eden.
Yeah. Anyway, we will check it from the video. Okay, no worries. Just go ahead.
The Book of Thoughts parallels the Book of Knowledge of Good and Evil with the fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Mm-hmm. Humanity, of course, has already eaten the forbidden fruit, already opened the Book of Thoughts, and has been cast out of the garden.
Yes. So what's the main idea from it? Have you got?
I remember that they also says that the Book of Thoughts will brought nothing but suffering to any individual who read it. Mm-hmm. In the last sentence, here they also said that humanity of course has already opened the Book of Thoughts. Mm-hmm. That means that humanity and humans humans has already experienced suffering. And I think that the main sentence or the key sentence is the first sentence. Yeah. That means that we must possess awakened consciousness.
Exactly.
If we don't have it, any knowledge or understanding obtained by ourselves will be very dangerous, because it will let us cut off the connection with the higher wisdom. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, without awakened consciousness, yeah, we will be dangerous. Because, we know we know too much. We know how to deal with, how to find with others because we know too much and we are powerful. But without the consciousness, awakened consciousness, we will go evil. We will go evil and to be harmful to others. Yeah, I think so. Also to ourselves. I totally agree with you. And the main clause, the main sentence, the main idea is within the first sentence. This generally speaking, and this is the conclusion of the first sentence. Yeah, thank you so much. Now, time for us to focus on the first sentence, okay? I think we know it. Yeah, awakened consciousness is very important, especially even you can do something evil if you are awake. If you are awake, and establish yourself in the wisdom, yeah, you can transfer the evil condition, the evil environment, and you can live as the lotus future. You can live as the white lotus. Yeah, you will not be Eve, but you can trust the Eve condition, transfer the Eve condition to be good. So that's it. So that's the main idea. Awakened consciousness is very important. And also the second slide is about, yeah, we are obstacled. Yeah, we are in the barrier of what we know, barrier. Yeah, the serpent is ourselves, not others. And the serpent is also the egoic mind. And actually in the current society, in the contemporary society, we know nothing. We know too much. We know not, but we know too much. Okay, so we are obstacled by what we know, and even we haven't known the basic issue. Yeah, who we are, how to live. Yeah, to make the planet, to make the earth friendly to the human being, friendly to live for the human being. So that's the big issue. But yeah, it is originated from the basic problem. We didn't know who we are, and we didn't know how to live a better life. So that's it. That's the second slide. Now let's focus on the first sentence. So Daisy, would you like to analyze it? The structure of it.
Yes, okay. The main clause is any knowledge or understanding would be dangerous. Any knowledge or understanding is the subject. Would be dangerous. Would be is the predicate. Dangerous is the predictive.
Mm-hmm.
And without this awakened consciousness is a proposition phrase.
Yeah.
Obtained, and it works as the adverbial part. Obtained by the limited self is a past participle phrase, and it works the adjective part.
Mm-hmm.
It's further to describe the meaning of knowledge or understanding.
Exactly. So how about disconnected? Yeah, the last part, disconnected from higher wisdom.
Disconnected from higher wisdom.
Uh-huh.
If it is the predictive part, but there is no link word and between dangerous and disconnected from higher wisdom.
Yeah, so, exactly. So you can
So
transfer. You can think it in another way. Yeah. Without and. So how to express?
Yes. Without and. So I think here disconnected from high wisdom is also a past participle phrase, but let me think what's the function of this independent structure. Obtain any knowledge or understanding would be dangerous. Yeah, I think it is a independent clause its function is to make a supplement for the main clause.
Exactly, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Daisy. You can analyze it clearly in a clear way and express yourself in English so great. Yeah, so clearly. Thank you so much. So how do you think of it, Alice? Do you agree with us? If without and, without the conjunction and, the last part, disconnected from higher wisdom, just work as an independent clause, independent structure, independent phrase, independent structure to explain the main clause further.
Yes, I agree with both of you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for your support, right? Thank you. Now, time for us to practice. Listen to it carefully.
The Book of Thoth parallels the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whose fruit Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Similar to the more limited self would be dangerous. Any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, or understanding attained by that tried to control it. In the Egyptian tradition, awakened consciousness was represented by Osiris. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom.
Yes, Daisy, first read twice.
Okay, thank you. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding attained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from high wisdom. Here, the past participle obtained. I heard the author pronounce it attained.
Yeah, actually it is because B has been weakened, even to keep it empty. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Attend. Yes, that's exactly. Okay, your time. Yeah, Alice, to read it again.
Okay. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding obtained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected from higher wisdom.
Yes, exactly. Yes, your time, Joy.
Yes, okay. Without this awakened consciousness, any knowledge or understanding obtained by the limited self would be dangerous, disconnected